Hello everyone, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Janice Huff with a weather update for you on the severe storms rolling through the Jersey Shore at this hour. We have a tornado warning in effect until 9:30 for Ocean County, the areas in the vicinity of Barnegat, Forked River, and Long Beach in the path of this storm. This storm has had a history of producing damaging winds, a possible tornado indicated by radar here, and I want to show you that signature that has shown up on the radar already, as we can see it right there, the bright green next to the bright red near Barnegat. That's rolling towards the ocean and towards the beach areas. That's why Long Beach and Barnegat Light are in the path of this storm. It's rolling up towards the east now, so there could be possible significant tornado damage with this. We have not had a visual sighting. Of course, it's dark now, it's a little harder to do, but the tornado indicating that, and we could see that signature clearly here on the radar moving right over Barnegat. So those of you in that area in the path of that storm, you should definitely stay indoors until the threat passes. Go to your basement now, or the lowest room on the lowest floor of your house, a small interior room like a closet or a bathroom, a small room where you have more walls between you and the outside. So, and away from windows, stay away from windows and leave mobile homes if you can. The worst structure to be in would be a mobile home. So move out of the way of that storm. Now, we did have a tornado warning for parts of Monmouth County, but that has been just discontinued. But we do have a flash flood warning in effect right now for Monmouth and Ocean counties from all that rain that came through earlier. There's been reports of flooding in your area. Wider view now to show you what's happening here. So look at some of the storm reports from around the area today. We do have that tornado report just north of Philadelphia. We did have a report of significant damage near Bensalem, Pennsylvania. And right there you can see near Feasterville or Festerville, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but building damage and trees down, there it is, in Bensalem Township near Street Road and the Turnpike. We've seen a lot of visuals, a lot of pictures have been coming in on social media of damage to a mall there and some other structures as well. Rather significant too. That was a storm that came through earlier that actually is part of the same system that's moving through Ocean County right now. Lumberville, social media report of water rushing over River Road, and there have been some water rescues in New Jersey near New York City, flooding on New Jersey 3 westbound east of the Garden State Parkway. All lanes were closed at some point, and there were some water rescues in that area. Now, the tornado watch that had been in effect for most of New Jersey, most of the afternoon and evening, only Monmouth and Ocean counties are left, because the last of the storms are now starting to roll through. The other counties, the storms have moved past you, so no longer a threat there. So the hour by hour is very, it's looking much better. We're going to see conditions significantly change as we start to dry out around the entire tri-state. There we are by 3:30 in the morning. We're starting to see breaks in the clouds. So the dry air will be moving in within an hour or two, really, as these storms start to move offshore. Here we are at Friday morning at 9:30, and we just have a mix of sun and clouds. It's going to be dry from here until Sunday. That's our next chance for some showers in the area. So the high temperature for tomorrow up to 80 degrees with a lot more sunshine and a northwesterly breeze. It will feel nice. Our weekend forecast looks good too. Saturday high of 78. Saturday night down in the mid-60s, but a few showers are possible on Sunday afternoon and again Sunday evening. Right now I'm not looking at severe, but let's talk about severe. Tornado warning in effect until 9:30 for Ocean County in the areas around Barnegat, Forked River, and Long Beach. We're watching the storms roll through this area now. Significant storms. And there's that radar, that tornado signature. Already it's made it past Barnegat and is headed towards Barnegat Light. The bright green next to bright red. That's the area that's the radar is indicating a tornado. This is a tornado signature that we look for on radar that shows significant rotation. So this is moving towards Barnegat Light, just north of Long Beach right now. So take cover if you're in this area. Make sure you stay indoors and go to your safe place. The best place to be would be the lowest floor on your house, not the upper floor, the lowest floor. If that means a basement, you go there. If that means the first floor, you go there. Get into a small room like a small closet or a bathroom. in the middle of the house and stay there until this rolls through. We no longer have a tornado threat for Monmouth County, but there's a flash flood warning in effect there until 12:45 in the morning because of heavy rain that's been rolling through there for the last several hours. Some areas have received upwards of 3-4 inches of rain because of these slow-moving storms. We even had a report of nearly 5 inches of rain in parts of Pennsylvania near just across the river from Trenton. So significant rain, significant damage reports around the region. Some of those coming in from eastern Pennsylvania as well. There's that tornado signature report there north of Philadelphia. That's near the Bensalem area where they have had reports, and we have seen video and pictures of significant damage across that area of Bensalem Township. So that's the same storm that's actually rolling through Ocean County right now, the same one where you have the tornado warning in effect. And also flooding has been an issue too in many areas. There's that flood, the flooding report from Clifton. We had a few others near Rutherford of roads being impassable or having to do water rescues from people getting stuck in their cars, which is something we always try to discourage when you see flooded water or flooded road and you don't know how deep the water is, to not try to cross it. But yes, that's what we've seen across the area. Tornado watch for the potential of more severe weather and maybe a tornado is still in effect until 9 o'clock for Monmouth and Ocean counties, or the only two counties that are left now. But that's probably going to be allowed to expire since we're almost, well, we're after 9 o'clock actually, but they're extending it. They have extended it for those two counties now because of the fact that you still have severe weather rolling through there. Although I think for Monmouth County, not so much. Ocean County is really the spot that still has it right now. The hour-by-hour forecast will show that by 10 o'clock, those storms should be offshore and things should really significantly quiet down across the entire tri-state. It's been a very busy and dangerous afternoon and evening. Here we are at 3:30 in the morning, and we're starting to see breaks in the clouds already, so drier air is filtering in. And by Friday morning, we are done with rain too, and it will just improve from there. We've got a nice forecast coming up for this weekend. 80 degrees for tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, winds northwest 15 to 25 miles an hour. And then for the weekend, for Saturday, it's beautiful. I mean, it's more like fall weather coming up this weekend with highs in the 70s to around 80. That's about 5 to 8 degrees cooler than average. This is July, starting August on Sunday, with a high of only 80 and low humidity, although there are a few showers are possible in the afternoon and maybe a thunderstorm or two coming up on Sunday night. Let's take another look at that tornado warning that's in effect for Ocean County. That's rolling through and off just to the coast now, just past Waretown. It's in effect until 9:30. Let's see where that signature is. There it is now. It's already approaching Barnegat Light, so it's almost to the ocean. Watch out from Long Beach to Barnegat Light. That's where you're likely to see the strongest winds and possibly a tornado touching down there. We can see that signature clearly. The bright red next to the bright green is moving towards Barnegat Light as we speak. Behind that, conditions are improving significantly. Now, where you may be done with rain, you may not be done with flooding. The flash flood warning is still in effect for Monmouth and Ocean counties. That's in effect until 12:45 in the morning because of significant rain and some minor flooding that has occurred there. Until the water starts to recede, you're still under that warning for now in this area. Here's another look at the wider view of some of the storm reports. Generally, Essex County today had a tornado warning. And you have seen a bit of wind damage and some flooding in this area because of that storm that sat there for quite some time. If you look back to the south and west, you can see that most of the damage has occurred from eastern Pennsylvania into central New Jersey near the Trenton area. That's all those little signatures here of the wind damage reports. Those are all from the same storm. And these here with hail reports, a lot of hail too. Hail the size of $50, so very large hail from the same storm, the one with the tornado near Bensalem, Pennsylvania. And these are just a few of the storm reports that we were showing you before. So yes, significant damage and also tornado issues across parts of the area. We knew this would be a problem today ever since the last couple of days. So that's why we've been alerting everybody for the possibility. And yes, a tornado watch was issued earlier today. Now we're watching that storm near Waretown roll closer to LBI and some of the shore areas, and will roll out to sea. Not as much lightning, still some heavy rain with it, and still a tornado warning until 9:30. So you still have a few minutes to go with that. The signature for the tornado now is just about over Barnegat Light. And so that indicates that it is moving rapidly and is going to be moving out over the ocean pretty soon here. So we're keeping a track on that. That, generally speaking, is the most significant and worst of the weather now. This is the same storm that produced a likely tornado over Bensalem, Pennsylvania, much earlier, about 3 hours ago. So, and we tracked these storms for about 4 hours this afternoon, with two of them actually. One, this one that started in Pennsylvania, and then another one that started in Pennsylvania and then rolled through the Trenton area and the Ewing area, with some damage there reported as well. To the north, rain is clearing out now of Neptune, so clearing away from Long Branch, and we still have flash flood warning in effect. That's because of rain that had happened earlier, but a lot of these storms were really slow moving, and so they sat and they sat and they sat, and then produced very heavy rain and some flash flooding. So that warning is still in effect until 12:45. Here's a look now at storm reports. As I mentioned earlier, that's about the size of it there in terms of our storm reports. Thank goodness it wasn't, there weren't any more, but most of these reports happened within the same storm. So there were isolated severe events here across Essex County earlier today. Also back to eastern Pennsylvania, we had that as well. There's that tornado signature near the Bensalem area from earlier today with that cell. Large hail reported too at the Mount Holly Weather Office in Pennsylvania, so New Jersey. So it has been quite the day. You can see the boxes here that are in effect for much of the Jersey Shore. The green are the flash flood warnings. This purple is for significant tornado warning, a significant concern here. That storm is still rolling across and into the Barnegat Light area. So there's a signature here. It's still showing up too pretty well on radar. The bright green next to the bright red, and it is moving toward the ocean now. Behind that, conditions are improving. We're not going to see much left after this in terms of severe storms. You might get a little rain, but in terms of severe weather, this should be the last of it, actually. This warning is in effect until 9:30, and right now it is 9:16, so you're still dealing with that here. And it's almost offshore, almost. North of you, you've got the flash flood warning that's in effect for Monmouth and Ocean counties on the north side of that from the rain from earlier, of course. And back to those storm reports from earlier today, in case you missed those. Just a sampling here of some flooding reports and wind damage. Quite a few flooding reports, but generally in the same areas. Around Clifton and Rutherford, we had some roads closed there. We had reports of water rescues earlier from people who got trapped in the flood waters while they were trying to drive through it. Lumberville, also with video of water rushing across the roads there. And there's that report from Bensalem Township of building and tree damage, significant building and tree damage. I did read someplace, I think I was looking on Twitter, about possibly some rescues from people trapped in a building. Haven't seen anything about that since, but of course you can check there, and we will continue to check that as well. The tornado watch for the potential for severe weather and isolated tornadoes remains in effect. It's been extended for Ocean and Monmouth counties because of the storm that's there right now. So that's moving off to the east at this hour. We expect that to probably end pretty soon as conditions are getting better and improving around the region. That's all I have right now. Of course, we are watching continually what's happening with the storm that's right at the Jersey Shore right now. There's that warning that's still in effect until 9:30. Tornado warning for parts of Ocean County, the areas around Barnegat Light, Harvey Cedars, and Long Beach. you're the areas that are most concerned from this cell. It is moving offshore now, slowly moving offshore, and there's the tornado signature right there, starting to move out into the ocean. So thank goodness it's moving away. Hopefully you're all safe. Make sure you tune in to News 4 after the Olympics and check out the latest weather update from us here on News 4 on this significant weather